Now, before we start with the first horse, I just would like to mention a few things. Most important for all the riding is the rider, the seat of the rider, which should be in a well-balanced position. The rider should be able to use his aids, which means his legs and his hands, independently. The hands in a soft way, in a correct position on the horse. And if this is all right, it's no problem to go on higher levels.
I agree with this. I think that the seat is the most important thing. I think when we start riders out, I like to start them on the lunge line, and I have riders who will testify to that and keep them there for quite a long time and make them very, very versatile on the lunge line so that they work independently with the seat, so that whatever happens with the seat isn't affected into their hands, therefore the horse's mouth, therefore into the back and the hind legs. The seat has to be established, and it has to be established in the beginning. There are no shortcuts. The rider has to learn to feel and go with the horse, to learn what the horse moves like. Even if he takes off, if something happens that's not right, the rider must understand these different balancing movements and motions together with the horse and not affect him with the reins. And as we go, we'll look through the pyramid and see when different things happen. Was it the cause of the seat? And come back to that. That being the main thread that you weave throughout the entire process, and that the horse is taught to go from the legs, from a good seat, and go into the hands softly. Okay, I think first what we'll do is we'll take a look at the seats of the riders, and let's practice just sitting in a real correct position. Shoulders, hips, heels, everything in a good line. And sit very deep. That's it. And elbows at your side, Roz. That's it. So that the rider's seat really affects the horses. And just in walk, go ahead and do a little bit more forward walk and let the horse stretch forward into the reins. And same thing, Sean. Let him stretch a little bit forward, sit very deep, legs close to the saddle, heels down, shoulders back, upper body's upright. And just really feel the horse through your seat. Okay, and go ahead, take your reins up a little bit, Roz. And go ahead and let's begin with just some loosening, posting, trot. Okay, in the beginning of our work here, we're just going to get the horses loosened up so that we start, again, thinking about the pyramid, that we start right from the beginning, talking to the horses, developing a communication with them, that you develop some sort of a language and communication that the horses understand, that right from the beginning, because the rider has a good seat, that he starts to use his back. As he uses the back and uses the hind quarters, the horse will come into the hand softly and naturally. Okay, so here we want to have a tempo, develop a good tempo with the horses. Yeah. And here we can see with Roz's seat, the legs are in a good position. They're strong. They stay in one place. Even if the horse does something like that, it's okay. The horse isn't punished for anything. She goes along with him.
If you could see the rider with the gray horse, he's able to loosen the inside rein totally. The horse stays exactly in the same way in his position, still accepting the bit, still being straight, which is good.
And Roz, how about coming around here on a circle? And as she comes here on a circle, now she's going to start to bend him more. That's it. And that the outside hand stays low, down, and quiet, and the inside hand gives little half halts, has some motion on the rein to start to loosen him. At the same time, she keeps her legs on, she pushes him forward, and she makes him work from behind.
And the rider never should pull on this inside rein to bend the horse. He just has to supple the horse a little bit with a very soft inside hand. Just supple him out of your wrist And the rider should keep the outside rein absolutely steady, not moving. You can see now with the chestnut horse, the rider lets the outside too much go, and the horse bends here too much in the neck. But the horse is not really bent this way.
Sean, if you move him a little bit more forward from behind, get a little bit more rhythm and soften in your hands. Keep him more on the outside. Yeah, and that the inside is a little bit less. Outside hand comes down, right hand, and push him more forward and relax on the inside hand. That's it. And give. At the same time, drive so that you don't drop him in front. Yeah, without a stiff hand.
And you can see that this is the first difficulty now, to be absolutely independent from the outside hand and the inside hand. The outside hand has to stay firm, and the inside hand has to stay soft and supple.